We're here. We're live in a square. In a square. Well, it's more like a rectangle. I think that's what I meant. Hey, everybody. My name is Jared Wade. I am the communications director for the Town of Avon. And right there, you can introduce yourself. I think that would probably be best.
I didn't know. I'm Madison Henderson, and I am the I'm the community engagement coordinator for the Town of Danville and the Danville Parks Department.
Yeah, and we thought it would be kind of fun to do a few things. One, introduce ourselves. Some of you fine folks might not know who we are, but then also two, talk a little bit about what's going on in our communities in Avon and in Danville. We're two different towns, but we all are in the same. We're like neighbors, so it's really like neighbors. We're just chatting back and forth. So with that, let's give a little bit of history, a little bit of background on kind of Madison and I's relationship. Some of you might know that there is a program called Leadership Hendricks County, which plug, they are currently looking for the class of 2022. So if you are interested, I would recommend that you apply for that. But that is where Madison and I really kind of connected to each other and found out more about her passions and whatnot and my passions. And it was interesting because we both made a career shift from working somewhere else into what we do now. So Madison, do you want to share just briefly about what you did before and what you do now?
Sure. So I had actually worked at Avon Healthcare, or also known as the Village of Avon, and I had been there 13 years, and I worked with Alzheimer's patients, and I worked on their memory care unit. So I have a passion for geriatrics, and I always thought that I would stick to that field. And then Leadership Hendricks County came along, and they presented all these different opportunities and kind of the back scene of how, everything works. And it really just inspired me to want to grow and try something new.
That's fantastic. And it was fun. I used to be in the entertainment world, and I've lived there for 20 years or so, in weddings and special events and corporate events and game shows and all that fun stuff. And then in Leadership Hendricks County, I was connected to some folks here at Avon. They encouraged me to pursue this a little bit more. And here we are. We're almost at the end of 2021. Leadership Hendricks County class of 2021 just graduated, and now we're rolling with it, and we're creating new things, and that's what brings us to today. And if you're not familiar with Avon or Danville, Indianapolis is kind of the center of Indiana, and then if you go west just a little bit, you run into Avon, and then if you go west just a little bit more, you run into Danville. So we kind of work hand in hand, and it's this really neat relationship and partnership that we have where Avon's got some cool things. Danville's got some cool things. Madison and I were talking about we should tell more people about all the cool things that we each have, and that's what's going to happen today. So we both thought about it, and we have 5 different things that we want to tell the community about. Just let you all know, hey, these are things that are happening in Danville and in Avon. And with that, I would say, Madison, kick it off. What's the first thing that you want to share about what's going on in Danville?
Okay, so the first thing I wanted to talk about was, I don't know if you have heard of the Indiana Lions, but they are a ABA basketball team, and it's actually the only ABA basketball team in Indiana, and their home is right in Danville, Indiana. So they have their practices at Bostic Gym, and they host their games at Bostic Gym, which is also connected to Town Hall. So if you have not been to a game, I encourage you to come. They actually play this Saturday. Tickets for adults are $10, and for military and kids, it is $5. It's a good time. It's really a lot of fun, and it's so close. You can go downtown, of course, but then you can just come to Danville and check out a semi-pro basketball team. So you can get tickets online at indianalions.com. They also have a Facebook page, so you can nose around on there.
Nice. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to go with my number 1. We don't have a basketball team. We don't have like a semi-pro basketball team. It's okay. It's all right. But what we are going to be doing is on December 4th, the Avon Heritage Festival is going to, I posted a picture on this yesterday. The Washington Township Fire Department was out, and they were in front of Town Hall and putting the big things on the flagpole out front for our tree lighting ceremony. So what's going to happen is on December 4th from 6 until 7, the Avon Heritage Festival is going to be out, and there's going to be all kinds of fun things that are happening here at Town Hall. And the official Christmas tree lighting ceremony will be happening. I don't know if it's going to be live streamed or not, but I would encourage you should still come out. It's Indiana, so the weather is going to probably be 73 degrees, slightly overcast with a breeze. It's going to be beautiful outside. I don't quote that. I'm not a meteorologist. But, however, if it is live streamed, you can watch that if you so wish. But if you want to get more information, more details on that, you can jump on their Facebook page. Just do a search for Avon Heritage Festival, and it's going to be a big red picture. And I think they recorded some fun video footage that I somehow got talked into being into. So keep an eye open for that, and feel free to laugh and enjoy me wearing a very ridiculous costume. I'm okay with that. That's totally fine. So that's my number one. Madison, what's your next one?
Okay, so I'm going to talk about our annual leaf pickup program. So this starts November 29th, where Danville Public Works will start going around town picking up leaves. So I just encourage the community to check the schedule to see when your street is scheduled, so you know when to have your leaves out. We're requesting that they only be out 2 days before pickup. And you can just get on the Town of Danville website, check out Facebook too. There's a link so you can see when you're scheduled and know when to have the leaves out. I'm actually excited. So since I'm new to this position, I'm going to go out with Danville Public Works the first day, and they're going to show me like what they do and how they do it. So I'm kind of excited but nervous about that. They told me I have to stay away from, like how they pick up the leaves, because they said I would fit inside of it. So I'm going to stay back and let them do the work, but I'm excited to see the process. And then also there's 2 days at Danville Public Works, December 4th and December 11th from 9 to 1, where you can actually take your leaves and drop them off there at no charge. So
that's fantastic. Woo! Stay safe. Don't end up in some weird leaf bag or whatnot.
Yeah.
All right. My number 2, here we go. A big question everybody's been asking about 100 South. 100 South is going to be opening for the most part. So what's going to be happening is on November 24th, which is next Wednesday, just before Thanksgiving, just before Black Friday, 100 South from Dan Jones all the way to 900 East, which is about halfway down 100 South, is officially going to be open. The other thing is there's going to be an additional surprise that morning. I'm not going to tell you what the surprise is because it would defeat the purpose of it being a surprise. But what we're going to be doing is it's not a full big parade. What we're doing is it's a road, and we want people to drive on it, and we want to showcase, hey, look at the time and energy and effort that has been put into building this road. It's taken a lot of many years and a lot of dollars to make this possible. I think it's important we're going to have Avon School. We're going to have a bus that's going to be driving down. And it's going to be loaded with all kinds of different people that help make the road and build it. There's going to be people from Avon Parks and Rec. There's going to be small businesses going to be driving up and down. Everybody is welcome if you're a resident. If you would like to be a part of this parade and this opening ribbon cutting ceremony, this grand opening ceremony, feel free to reach out to me. You can email me at jwade, JWADE, at avongov.org, and I'll get you put in line and all that good stuff. We're going to start gathering at 10 o'clock in the morning at the Avon Light and Life Church. They've graciously allowed us to use their parking lot to gather together. From there, we're going to then have a ceremony at like 10:20, and then the parade starts at 10:30. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. It'll be really quick and very short and very simple. But then after that, the road will be open at least until 900 East. And then maybe something special in addition to that. Again, I'm not telling you what it is because the suspense is great. I like surprises. So there you go. That's my number 2 right there. Madison from Danville. Keep it going.
So can Danville drive on the road too? Do we get to have a special car?
Do you want to drive in Avon? If that's a thing for you, come on over. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to talk about water and wastewater departments. So the water department, they are finishing up our annual hydrant flushing. They'll be finishing up this week and possibly the beginning of next week. So they do this every year just to help clean out the pipes with any debris that may settle. So they turn on the hydrants, let them shoot out all the water for I don't know how much time. But it's kind of interesting because they have a program they use on their phones that they can see the water in the tower. So if the water gets too low, they shut it off and they have to wait a while till the water builds back up. I did learn that. It was really interesting to me. It seems really fancy. So they'll be finishing that up. So there are signs, like if your street is going to be flushed out that day, there should be a sign that says, hey, this is what's going on. And then just a couple tips from wastewater. The only thing that you should be flushing is number 1, number 2. I got to get in the camera. Number 2, and toilet paper. So just because you can flush it does not mean you should flush it. So just keep that in mind. The Danville High School came and visited wastewater, and someone asked if they could flush cereal, like the old milk, like you eat cereal and flush the rest of the milk. And they said, well, yeah, but don't flush the box of cereal. So it was just kind of interesting. So just keep that in mind. Don't pour grease down the drain or anything like that. So
I was intrigued as you were leading into that when you initially said there are certain things that you can flush, and then you went number 1 and number 2, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, you absolutely can flush that. That's very, very true. But then you kept it going. I love it. Fantastic. All right, well, we did 1, we did 2. Now 3, my number 3. We already announced both of these, but I want to let everybody know Cooper's Hawk and Costco officially open. They are open for business. If you need to go buy a bulk supply of toilet paper, which is something that you can flush, by the way. If you need to go get toilet paper and then like a bunch of cereal and like a MacBook Pro, which is something you cannot flush down the toilet, you can go to Costco and do all that. And then afterwards, head over to Cooper's Hawk and have a wonderful glass of wine and lunch or dinner. The food there is fantastic at both places. Let's just be honest. And I did not know this, but did you know, Madison, that Costco's pumpkin pie was voted like the best pre-made pumpkin pie from like a large retail distributor? I had no idea.
I had no idea.
But for $6, you get a pie that's like that giant. It's ridiculously huge. So if you are in anywhere near Avon, it doesn't have to be just in Avon residence, but if you're in Avon, Danville, Plainfield, Brownsburg, Amo, Liston, wherever, come on over to Costco and they will hook you up and take care of you. Officially open. All right, what's next in Danville?
Okay, so yesterday the Danville Police Department held their annual shooting competition. So they call this, it's just between the department, the top shot. So Officer Chase Wilson actually won. So he ended up with, I think they do 150, bullets, and they shoot 3 times. So his average was 100%. So we just want to say congratulations. I actually got to watch them do that. So it was a really neat process, and they were, excited to do it, very professional. And it's just nice that they, practice that and keep that in mind. So
awesome. Well, congratulations to him, 100%.
Yeah. And I got to see him like go through the process. Like they have to like take steps. They're going to make fun of me for this, but there are certain things they have to do. They like take steps, and then they have to shoot on their knees, and they have to like back up. And it was interesting.
Something that I could never do. I would not be able to do any of that. That's why I'm glad that there are people like that in law enforcement that know how to do all of that. Well, speaking of law enforcement, good segue, by the way. I appreciate that. The Avon Pd actually just launched the AWARE program. The AWARE program has been in the works for a while, officially launched like yesterday or the day before last. This is a campaign to raise awareness for those with like cognitive disabilities. And what this program does is it's a registration process that works with the medical world, your doctor, your therapist, so on and so forth. And what they're trying to do, and I'm putting this in very simplistic terms, but what they're wanting to do is they want officers across the nation. And I know right now, Danville PD, as well as the Hendricks County Sheriff's Department, Plainfield, Brownsburg. Many local law enforcement agencies have already agreed to participate with this, and it's an educational device that the police departments are going to be going through to learn and understand how to interact with individuals that might be autistic or might be blind or deaf or just have something that is a bit of a struggle. So that way, when they're approaching vehicles, there's a sticker. And you know what would probably be helpful is if I shared a little bit about it. That sticker right there, that aware sticker, is going to be something that will be placed on vehicles. So when Officer Davis walks up to a vehicle and they see that sticker on there, Officer Davis now knows, hey, you know what? There might be somebody in this vehicle that might not respond well to flashing lights or loud noises or things of that nature. So it's going to be a really great opportunity for education, for the police department, as well as for the sheriff's department and surrounding agencies. If you want to get more information for this program or about this program, just go to awareprogram.info. awareprogram.info. It will give you all the details that you need. If you yourself are in the medical profession and you want to get some additional information about what you're signing off on, that information is available on online as well. So Aware program officially launched. I love it. We're down to, I think, our last two, right? We've gone 1 through 4. Now we've got your last one, my last one. What do you got, Madison?
Okay, so this is the 25th year of Winterland. So if you have not been out to Danville to check out it's a drive-through Christmas light displays. So it's right in Ellis Park in Danville, Indiana. There is over 60 displays. I don't even know how many lights there are. This is
5 billion. I counted them all. It was a very long task, but I wanted to help out my friends at Danville. 5.7 billion.
Yeah. So actually, it's kind of interesting. So the Parks Department they're the ones that put the displays up, and each bulb. This is so fascinating to me. Each bulb is actually hand checked. So they get the displays out, they check each one, they change the Christmas lights, like the rope light or the string light, as needed. And then they put them up, run the electricity to them, check the bulbs again. And they actually have been teaching me how to do some of it. So I got to learn how to splice the rope light and add more. And it's a long process. Like, they started the 1st of October. Today, they're hoping to finish up having them all up. They've been testing the lights. And then we open this Friday.
Oh,
so Winterland opens this Friday, so you can drive through, check out the lights. And this is in partnership with our Danville Chamber. So you can find out more information I've been posting on our website, on Danville Chamber. So that's really exciting. And then also, I got to add this. So we have Christmas on the square. If you have not been to Danville, you should at least come and check out our square, because it is pretty much like a Hallmark movie, in my opinion. So the Christmas tree lighting, the whole square is decorated. We have our Christmas tree up. Santa lights the tree at 6 o'clock. And then after the Christmas festivities on the square at 6, Santa actually goes down to Winterland and part of Santa Land, and kids can get their picture with him. And he will be there the rest of Winterland. So check it out on Facebook, on the website. If you have questions, you can email me at mhenderson at danvilleindiana.com. Sorry. So I actually don't like being in front of the camera. I'd rather be behind it. So you know that. I'm super nervous, but I'm here.
You are doing fantastic. You are doing absolutely. I forget my email all the time, or phone numbers. So you are doing absolutely wonderful. I'm very positive that the residents and the business owners and the staff out there at the town of Danville are watching this and going, "You're doing what? You're doing great. You're doing fantastic." So yes, no, I appreciate you doing this and being a part of it. Thanks for sharing the information. I know that our family likes to go through there and check out the Winter Wonderland around the park and downtown downtown Danville is really cool. It really is. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a cool place to go visit. Check out some of the places that are out there as well. So my last one that I've got is White Lick Creek Bridge, which is the big bridge that you drive over as you go out to Danville after you pass through Avon. For the last several months, construction has been happening on the north side. They completely demolished the old bridge and they were rebuilding it. The cool part, I don't have an exact date, but I wanted to at least be able to share with everybody that they are nearing completion, and they're nearing completion very, very quickly. Madison also mentioned check out Facebook for updates and whatnot. Fun fact for everybody, a lot of people wonder, hey, who maintains the Town of Avon's Facebook and social profiles, and who maintains Danville's social profiles? You're looking at them. That's Madison and I. We take care of all of those different things. And part of that responsibility is making sure that we get the right information out to everybody. So between social and the websites, we're going to try to get you updated information as quickly as possible. So once White Lick Creek Bridge is officially open and people are driving over it, you better believe I'm going to be, the bridge is actually right outside Town Hall, like maybe a few hundred feet west. I'm going to be running down there going, it's open! Everybody, it's open! Actually, that project has gone really well. Like, to be really honest, the project, I think there were a lot of concerns initially, but it's stayed on track. The traffic itself has flowed really, really well. I appreciate our Public Works Director, Steve Moore, staying on top of that and being able to encourage NDOT and making sure that they stay as timely as possible, because that is an NDOT project, just like all of the US 36 projects are NDOT projects. But it's nice to be able to see that it's coming to fruition, and we're going to be able to say the bridge is now back open and we're good to go. So, Madison, anything you want to throw out there to everybody?
Just I know that for me, and I believe for Jared as well, that it's important to us that we get information out to the community and that it's the right type of information that is of value to you. So if there's something that you want to know more about or you have a question about, reach out to us and we can get you the right answer or point you to the right person. So,
Yeah, absolutely. And right above, you can see right above up here, all of our social links and profiles. You can search for us through really almost any social media outlet. Feel free to reach out with questions. You can always email. That's it's normally the most reliable one. Social media is social media. So it's one of those catch-22 type of situations. But Madison, thank you so much for taking some time and sitting down and chatting about what's going on in Danville.
All right.
Do you feel good? I mean, this is the first time you've done it. Do you feel like you could do this every day for 3 hours a day?
No. Okay,
neither could I. I couldn't do 3 hours.
But I think, every once in a while we do like the top 5 things. I think it's good.
I think so too. That's we'd love to hear from everybody watching here as well, as if these updates from the towns would be helpful, just so hey, this is what's going on in the community. Here are some good positive things that are happening. Let us know. That lets us know what you respond to in a positive nature. So from the Town of Avon, once again, my name is Jared Wade, and from the Town of Danville,
my name is Madison Henderson.
That was our top 5 great things that are happening in our towns for Talkin' Towns. Hopefully we will see you again later. Madison, thank you again. And I'm going to click this big red button here that says end. All right. Bye.
Bye.